Tinubu protests to world leaders. You ignore our hunger, but spend billions of dollars in wars. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got your ears this morning. As our headline for this morning, this morning says that Tinubu protests to world leaders. You ignore our hunger, but you spend billions of dollars in wars. Well, in Nigeria national statement delivered on the 79th section of the United Nations General Assembly (UNGA) last Tuesday, President Bola Tinubu protested to the world leaders by decrying global priorities that perpetuate poverty and hunger and neglected urgent humanitarian needs. Tinubu frowned on the misalignment between resources allocated to persecuting wars by world leaders and those dedicated to elevating human sufferings in developing countries. He called for recommitment to multilateralism among UN member states and warns against the rise of singularity and nationalism, stressing the dangers of disagreeing from multilateralism. Tinubu said, "Today, these pillars of our organization are threatened. They risk being broken by the reckless pursuit of individual national priorities rather than collective needs of the nation that are assembled here today. While commitment to multilateralism offers us the surest guarantee of global action to address the existential challenges we face, singularly, the nationalism and are undermining the aspiration towards the peaceful and collective resolution of such challenges. From the last year's summit, and indeed from previous years, we have carried over a numerous challenges of terrorism, armed conflict, inequality, poverty, racial discrimination, human rights abuse, food crisis, hunger, irregular migration, privacy, global pandemic, hyperinflation, nuclear proliferation, grinding debt burden, climate change, and the host of other vexation. The continued manifestation of these challenges testifies to our falling rather than any lofty achievement in our past. Billions of dollars are being committed to the prosecution of wars and fanning of the ember of conflict. Yet, we always recoil from bringing out the resources we need to build peace and deliver life necessities to people. The question of governance is at the heart of our problem, and also the solution to them. We recognized this in Nigeria when, on 12th June this year, we celebrated a quarter of a century of unbroken democratic rule. We are no less proud of this achievement than the fact that during the last 2 decades, a sustained process of democratization has swept over Africa. President Tinubu asked all leaders at a high-level meeting to consider a comprehensive debt relief for Nigeria and other developing countries to enable them to make progress economically. We must ensure that any reform of the international financial system includes comprehensive debt relief measures to enable sustainable financing for development. Countries of the global south cannot make meaningful economic progress without special cohesion and the review of their current debt burden," Tinubu said. The Whistler recalls that Tinubu's plea for debt forgiveness is similar to the previous call for former President Muhammadu Buhari at the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly, asking world leaders to consider developing states facing facial and liquidity challenges and consider them for debt suspension, including outright cancellation. Beyond the debt issue, President Tinubu reiterated Nigeria's long-standing demand for a permanent seat on the UN Security Council. Africa must be accorded the respect that it deserves in the Security Council. Our continent deserves a place in the permanent member categories of the Security Council with the same rights and responsibilities as other permanent members, Tinubu said. Well, represented by Vice President Kani Shettima at the annual global meeting, Tinubu described the steep descent to singularity and nationalism, which, according to him, are undermining the quest for peaceful and collective resolution of global challenges. The Nigerian leader also expressed concern over the recent wave of unconstitutional changes of government in Africa, attributing them to frugality of democracy were not supported by economic development and sustained peace and security. And that is what we have for you concerning this headline today this morning, which says here that Tinubu protests to world leaders, you ignore our hunger but spend billions of dollars in war. Now, Tinubu is protesting. He's telling other world leaders that he met at the UN, saying that you neglected the hunger that is in Nigeria, you neglected the hunger that is in Africa. Like, yes, but you spend billions of dollars in war. That instead of you guys to also be developing Africa, you are there spending money in weapons, in wars, in war machines and all, just to kill yourselves. He was also begging the world leaders that you should give them a debt relief, like you should a debt forgiveness. That should allow, like, how would I put this word? You should just leave them alone with the money that own you. Yes, Tinubu said it. Tinubu said that this is your own way of trying to develop Africa, because most of African countries need development, or would I say most of African countries need development, and some are developing just like Nigeria it is. And we need these funds to develop. Where don't want to start? It is through you that we can start, according to what Tinubu is saying. No? Yes, I'm not supporting Tinubu in any way. Take note. Tinubu was telling the world that instead of them to come and face tackle the hunger that is happening in Africa and other in Africa, they are fighting themselves, creating machines. And look at Europe now. Europe is a very good continent, with all the countries in Europe being developed. Just look at Asia. A good amount of the countries in Asia are developed. North America too, the same thing. Just look at them. Then look at Africa. That's the difference that's different between Africa and all those other continents. Tinubu was not begging them that they should give Nigeria a debt forgiveness and please come develop us. That's what Tinubu was saying, really. Well, let me just slide into the comment section of this comment. Charles Obim said that, come and see story, you are begging for debt relief when you and your National Assembly members are busy borrowing and sharing it. If it were to be you, will you agree making policies without palliative measures? That is the same thing I wanted to say, but thank God somebody have said it. Tinubu was begging for debt relief, saying they should leave him with the money that is owing this country. But when he borrows it, him and his cabinet will share it. You no go reach my own side, you no go reach anybody's side. What do you guys just think? Because to me, it sounds funny right here. What do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as big with the notification bell, so that anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day ahead of you.